Hi, everybody.
Strong name.
So the thing is that filing your taxes when you're dead is not that different from filing them when you're alive. You just can't sign your own forms. And signing forms is why I ended up in H&R Bloch in a fading strip mall because I was my mom's only child and caregiver. And so I'm there, I'm in the waiting room, I'm thinking to myself, I mean, I couldn't believe that I had to do it the first time. This was the second time. And you think to yourself, like, people only die once, and that's true. My mom only died once, but because of the timing, she died before filing her taxes for the prior year, and so we did it, and I didn't think about it again. I got through it as fast as I could. The guy at H&R Bloch was like this kind of robotic guy. I think it was kind of uncomfortable. I was kind of uncomfortable. He just walked me through. It was almost like if I had done my taxes with a chatbot, and I was totally fine with that. Like, I left feeling so cared for, the way that you just want someone to leave you alone, and you just have to get through something. This dude just sat across from me, just like left me alone. So I'm like, you know, the year comes around, the next year, well, the year that she actually died, we got to file for that year too. This woman lived 2 months out of that year, but we got to go back to H&R Bloch and file those taxes, right? So I'm like sitting there, they're like, Edith Tompkins. Well, that's my mom's name. It's like my appointment to do my mom's taxes, but it's my mom's name. And it's like, that's because it's stuck in the H&R Bloch computer, and like it cannot get updated because it's for her taxes, even though I'm the one doing it. So I'm like, I'm Edith. And I'm not, I'm PJ. But I'm Edith, it's fine, like, let's just get this over with. Lovely woman comes out, greets me, I'm Antoinetta, what's going on? I'm like, I'm not Edith. Oh, what happened? So I'm like, I can't believe I have to go through this all over again. Like, I could totally be my mom. I wished I could have for the appointment. My mom had Alzheimer's, and so I had to kind of assume her life, and it wasn't serious. She passed of cancer, weirdly, so not the Alzheimer's, but I did have to know her. I had to know her inside and out, like all of her habits and her finances and her health care and her medicines and like what kind of moisturizer she likes. And so I really just wanted to do this appointment as her, but I couldn't. And the woman's typing away, and she's chatting me, and I'm just like, why is she chatting me? Just be the robot that I had last year, like, come on. And she's, you know, wrinkling her brow, and she says, oh, wait a minute, like, that's your mom's name. I'm like, yes, my mom's name is Edith, like, I'm PJ. We've established this. And she's like, no, this should be your name, because this is the line where the person's name goes who collects in the event of a refund. And I'm thinking, like, my mom, what's my mom gonna do with a refund? And I'm just like having this lump in my throat. I'm feeling like kind of sad, and I just don't wanna feel that at all. So I say, well, yeah, it should definitely be me, because she's not gonna be able to cash the check. And so this woman looks at me and was like, I'm like, I'm kidding. She's like, okay. So she laughs and like, okay. But I was thinking to myself, she's like, I guess that would be scary, you know, if she did show up to cash a check. Like, so I'm like, yeah, you know, but I'm thinking to myself, like, I told my mom that she could haunt me anytime, and she hasn't, and I don't really know why, and I really, really wish that she would. So Antoinetta tells me, like, oh, my mom lives with me too. She's 87. She was in Venezuela, and when everything went south there and the society kind of collapsed, like, we brought her to the United States, and so she lives with us now. And I just thought, my God, like, my mom was, 1,500 miles away from me when she was initially diagnosed, and that was really hard. But to have a mom in another country needing you, like, I just couldn't even imagine that. And, you know, my chest is tightening, and I'm like trying to think of what to say. And she's like, But really, I'm really worried now, like, how is she going to make friends? And so I was like, oh, well, my mom went to a senior center, and she had a bus that came and got her every day, and that's how she made friends when she moved here. And Antoinetta says, we like compare notes. Well, it turns out that her mom could go to the same senior center. So I give her like the number of the senior center, and then I'm thinking, my mom, like, I feel like the more I'm talking with Antoinetta about her mom, I'm feeling like my mom's starting to kind of come through. And she, I just imagine her talking with Antoinetta's mom at the senior center and coming home and being like, there's this lady, she's from some country, it's not here, but we had this great conversation, and just being like really excited about it. And, the tax thing is still going, and she says, oh, wait a minute. She's like, you get a refund. And my mom had owed the prior year, and then, like, now I'm like, oh, great. Like, again, like, what are we going to do with this? And, like, I feel like I opened myself up enough during that interaction with Antoinetta that I could say, like, what would my mom say? And she would say, oh, sweetiekins, go buy something fun with the money. And then I would say something yummified good, because that's what she'd always say when she thought something was excellent. Say yes. And so I felt very close to her at that time. And, she says, well, when is the check going to come in? And I said, Mom, don't hold your breath. Thank you.